yesterday we were talking about Sarah Palin because she's back in the zeitgeist also. Yeah. And she made a couple of statements yesterday that kind of sounded like she was blaming President Obama for her son's PTSD. I want to play this thing for you. I want to see what you think. Can we see it, please?
So when my own son is going through what he goes through coming back, I can certainly relate with other families who kind of feel these ramifications of some PTSD and some of the woundedness that our soldiers do return with. And it makes me realize more than ever, it is now or never, for the sake of America's finest, that we have that commander-in-chief who will respect them and honor them.
First of all, unemployment amongst veterans has gone down under Obama, #1. I don't know what their gripe is. That's a fact, something like 32% down. I'd just like to read something from an Iraq veteran who is the head of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. PTSD is a very serious problem, this guy says. A complicated mental health injury, and I would be extremely reluctant to blame any one person in particular. I mean, the fact that she's blaming the president, what about her parenting skills? I don't see those kids as exactly paragons of virtue. One gets knocked up out of wedlock twice.
Yeah, but you know what? That has happened to a lot of folks. But still.
They're not preaching abstinence.
Well, neither is she.
Well, her daughter did. Her daughter did.
But that's a whole... Listen, let's get back to the deal.
Because we need to put into context what happened.
Well, I would like to.
Yeah.
Now, her son is up on domestic abuse charges.
Yeah, right.
Okay? And so she is saying all of these things that, this is, he's come back with this, he's come back with that, and alludes to it being in the hands of the president. My feeling is, the vice president and the president and their wives have gone out of their way to make sure that they have taken care of wounded warriors, not sent any more folks out to war. This idea that you would take that tact, Sarah Palin, doesn't make any sense. I know that's not unusual, that I don't understand a lot of what you're talking about, but this I really don't get, because all of these folks that they've been helping, I don't understand what you're saying. And Joy, you may be right, but the reality is this PTSD is not something to joke about.
And many guys come back without it.
And to blame domestic violence on it. I prosecuted many domestic violence cases, and I can tell you that there are many war vets, my first cousin included, who lost his hand, who was horribly disfigured when his Jeep was blown up, who doesn't beat his wife.
Right.
So the bottom line here is that Sarah Palin is such a hypocrite because she supported sending troops into Afghanistan, right? She also just said that when she endorsed Trump, you ready for a commander-in-chief who will let our warriors do their job and go kick ISIS's ass?
Yeah, more
she
murders,
also, and so for such a long time, she supported sending our men and women into harm's way when President Obama has been reluctant to do so, and to now blame him for her son's PTSD, I think is shameful.
I think she's going to take a lot of heat. I do want to mention one thing about her son, Track Palin. He spent 1 year in Iraq. He served with the Army, and he came back, and he has pled not guilty to these allegations. But I think she is going to take heat for politicizing this.
She should.
Because PTSD isn't something that you politicize. But I think, too, where she's coming from now that she's endorsing Trump, and Trump does so well when he talks about the military, when he talks about the vets and what he's going to do for the VA.
But he doesn't do anything.
And he
doesn't have any suggestions.
He actually does. I actually have a list of 8 points from Trump that he wants to do with the VA. And he said one of them would be funding would be increased for PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and suicide prevention services. So he does have quite a laundry list of policies that he would like to implement.
But what's the difference between what's happening now? We are doing... I have to say, this president has done a lot. I'm sorry, the vice president and the president has done a lot.
Especially for our troops.
And for the troops. And the idea, of saying, we don't want to send anybody else out there. We don't want it. I I don't get it. I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
Well, I was going to just say, the day that she's talking about this on television, why is she worried about Trump right now? Go home and take care of your kids.
Yeah.
She really pisses me off.
I know she does. I know she does.
Well, because she says, you know, looking around at all of you hardworking Iowa families, you teachers and Teamsters and cops, and then her party, the right wing of her party, of which she is a member, is anti-union. Excuse me, teachers, Teamsters, and cops. They're all in unions, all right? Stop busting unions if you love so much. Teachers, cops. I'm in a union. Are you in a union?
I'm in several unions.
I am too.
All right. Norma Ray, union.
Norma Ray, go ahead.
Union.
Go ahead, baby. Come on. Come on. We'll be right back. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.